So, Aokiji is Eric Andre, Kizaru is Hannibal,
and
Akainu is
Tyler the Creator.
Tyler the Creator, of course.
And Shanks is Tyler's dad.
Tyler's dad.
I didn't
the podcast.
Didn't see
we
you
were
there.
Just talking about
a fun bit we've been going for a while.
And I didn't make William turn the podcast.
We're talking about Mass Effect today.
Oh, fuck.
But anyway, this is Cookies and Milk, a video games podcast where me and my brother Ben eat some cookies and milk and talk about video games.
I had to turn the mic to me because we couldn't barely hear me in the last episode.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Gotta get a little closer.
On your French horn seat.
William doesn't let me have a chair.
I let you have a chair. You just choose to sit on the French horn. We're having Girl Scout cookies Thin Mints.
Sponsored by the Girl Scouts.
No, we're not.
Slurp, slurp, slurp.
No.
Eat some cookies.
No. That's never. It's never it. That is never it.
Oh God, I hate it. I moved the phone closer
as you crinkled plastic right next to it.
God, you think I learned?
Well, Mass Effect Andromeda is right around the corner. I got to keep it focused because I want to talk about Mass Effect again.
Right.
And I guess later on we can talk about characters we don't like in games we do like, and characters that are well liked in games we like but we don't like them. But first off, the trailer for Mass Effect Andromeda.
A lot of words there.
The launch trailer for Mass Effect Andromeda came out earlier this week. I think earlier this week. But it just shows that BioWare is made of cowards. It is male writer, and they're like, oh, William, but they started the Mass Effect Andromeda teaser with female Shepard talking about it, and then female writer opening it up. That's for Mass Effect fans. The launch trailer's for the general public.
Are you having this argument with yourself?
Maybe. But I'm just...
But William, I say to myself.
Yeah. In
response to this hypothetical William that just interrupted me.
As I look in the mirror at 3 a.m. at night with my family begging for me to go to sleep, I am screaming into the mirror. It's... The launch trailer involves male writer, and then there's a flash, and it's unnecessary. It's an unnecessary flash of male writer either making out with Peavy or the other girl. The human girl, and I don't care for either of them.
Right.
And then on Twitter, BioWare was like, make sure to check our alternate version with female writer as the main character in it. And I'm like, okay, all right. And as I thought about it more and more, I'm like, oh boy, I don't like that opening.
She cuts to a female writer making out with PB also?
Probably.
You didn't watch it?
I didn't watch it.
What?
Fucking, you think I care? I don't like female writer.
I don't think women should be in video games.
No, but I don't like PB or the female character. Anything to do with Asari in Mass Effect, I don't like. And some might say I hate women.
And anyways, on to the next.
Oh God! Is the title of this podcast episode "William Hates Women"?
Anyway, some might say
William Love Women or WLW.
I hate you. I hate you.
Oh no! I feel bad. I feel bad for it. Man, I'd be scared if anyone watched this podcast. Like, I would genuinely be scared, and I am sorry.
Are you sorry?
Oh God.
That was worse. That was worse than what I said.
I don't think it was. But it all comes back to my distaste for Liara and how she was just... In a game that's about making your own choice and forging your own path, Liara is counterintuitive to the message that Mass Effect is trying to show you.
Because she's the main character.
Not entirely, but the makers of the game want her to be integral.
Right.
To your story. No other character is like that.
Can she die?
No.
You can't even have her in the suicide mission,
You can't have her in Mass Effect 2 at all. The only missions you have her is making her fucking strong, dude. A cool character that's integral to the plot, and Shepard will need her. Even though, suddenly her network goes down in Mass Effect 3, and she can be on your team again. And you could rekindle those old flames, even though they might not have gone away, because you can romance her in Mass Effect 2. What? If you want. Because, she's there. She's like, hey, Shepard, I'm important.
Don't forget I'm in this game. Is this finally the episode where you're talking about how much you hate Liara?
Yeah, this is fucking Liara sucks. And that's it.
Tune in next time when we finally explain Williams Graves with the Majora's Mask.
Not yet.
Got
Liara's
the next
in
episode.
it.
Majora's Mask sucks.
Liara.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know why you do that, but it's just the whole thing in like Mass Effect 3 is where it really shows. It's really bad with how much it loves Liara, because even it's shameful with the sex scene. It's the most. It does the most out of any sex scene, and I know it's crazy.
A minute into the sex scene, someone comes in and hands Liara a trophy.
Yeah.
For best
There's
sex.
so many
It's
scenes.
Shepard.
There's so many scenes in Mass Effect 3 that are centered around Liara. You find Liara's dad. You talk to Liara about her mom. Liara comes to your room and she's like, "Well, I did write your name in the stars." And you just sit in front of some bullshit display that doesn't even matter until they updated the goddamn game. They made a different ending that shows that in the
She is the person who talks over the ending, right?
one of
Isn't
the
she
endings.
the voiceover in the
I think one of the endings.
Isn't it the synthesis ending?
I don't know. That's
Oh no,
Edie.
it's the bad ending.
She doesn't talk over any of them. She talks. You're thinking the one I was talking about, where you shoot the kid.
Oh yeah.
And it's like, so be it, and then the Reapers kill the humans, even though I think everyone was beating the Reapers.
You go in with 400 million.
It's not impossible to beat the Reapers. But yeah, Liara's like, I'm Liara to Sony, and I want to tell you about everything that's happened. So that's fucking...
Freeze frame. I bet you're wondering how
I bet you're wondering how I
here.
got it. Yeah, into this mess. Well, let's start at the beginning. It all started with this fucking Asari. She's one of the main characters in Mass Effect 1. She's like, "Oh, let me mind meld with you, Shepard. It's the only way to advance the plot. I'm the only way to advance the plot, Shepard. Oh, I'm just a fucking young Asari girl. I'm 100 years old. Isn't that kind of quirky? How I'm like, oh, I'm only 100, but I act like I'm in my late teens."
Can I describe? That's my least favorite trope in, I think, anything.
What?
That, I'm only 100, and it's like, oh man, wacky and weird.
Yeah.
That sure is bizarre. How time is different for you. Anyways, I'm 100 years old. I don't so much hate it there, but I fucking despise it in, like, anime.
Oh, yeah?
Where it's like, look at this fucking 6-year-old girl, and it's like, she's actually 100 years old. She's a vampire.
So it's fine if you fucking draw a smut of her.
Yeah, so it's okay. You can't go to jail for this one, and it's
So
like...
it's wacky that this main character walks into her in the bath.
Yeah, that's wacky and wild, and it's like, that's just gross. That's just like a shitty thing that happens. And it's just a boring thing that happens when it's the opposite.
Yeah.
When it's just like, I'm 100. Oh, that must be sort of weird for you, huh?
Yeah.
Who cares?
But
shut up.
Liara has the most in-depth goodbye in Mass Effect 3. Like, when it's not... I'm not talking about when you're charging the beam and stuff. I'm talking about when you're getting ready to charge the beam. And it's like, oh, you're talking to your friends. It's like, yeah, it's like, meet me at the bar, like, before the devil knows you're dead. Thanks, Garrus. I love you, man. I wish you got more screen time. Or maybe you too, Tally. I love you a lot.
You're having like a really... You're like holding Tally's hands and you're like having a heartfelt... And Liara comes up and puts her hands on your hands and she's like...
I'm sorry, Shepard.
Anyways, Shepard, I have to tell you something. And you're like, I'm a little busy right
She's
now.
like...
Tally was about to take off her mask, and and she puts her mask back on, and she's like, "Anyways, Shepard, we gotta talk." And you're like, "Tally, can I?"
Liara,
can I?
Liara's in Tally's helmet. What? Damn it!
It was
No!
me the whole time, Shepard.
Fuck
I
you!
gotta talk to you.
But she's like, I want to do a fun mind thing with you, Shepard, even though we're just platonic friends. And then she just leans on you and, like, watching some fucking sunset or whatever. And she's like, thank you for listening and being my good friend, Shepard.
You're asleep. You're asleep with the controller.
I'm just fucking gone, dude.
Shepard's asleep. We can do some fun mind thing. And he was like,
yeah?
and goes to sleep.
All right. Let me talk to Rex for a bit. He's more important to me than you. I love Rex.
Throw a dart at a character board, like any character in Mass Effect, and
They
you'll
will
find
have-
a character who's more important to you than Talia. Or
Whoa!
Liara.
How about you fucking
Suing.
slow your roll right there, huh, bud?
Liara.
No, absolutely not. Not a ship I endorse.
I refuse that one.
I really hope that the female Turian in Mass Effect Andromeda is romanceable by both female and male rider. Because I'm not gonna romance either PB or the girl. And I mean, 6 squad mates.
That's it?
Yeah.
That's total?
Total.
Really?
BioWare really dropped the ball on that one.
How many were there were there like 7 in Mass Effect 1?
6 in Mass Effect 1.
How many were there in Mass Effect 2?
A lot. Like maybe 10. There was a lot. There was a lot of throwaway members in that. They didn't focus on a lot of the characters on that.
I mean, I guess that makes sense. If you only have 6, you get to really focus on what you want to...
Yeah, but I don't care about PB and the girl.
So it basically might as well be 4 crewmates.
I take along 2 different ones each mission. I didn't...
I'm waiting for you to eat more Thin Mints.
I'm trying,
so
but
I
I'm
can
talking
eat a
the
Thin
most.
Mint. And I'm just like, I'm sitting here, I'm staring at the Thin Mints, and I'm staring at you, and I'm like, I want to eat a Thin Mint. But I gotta wait for him to eat another Thin Mint.
I'm talking a lot. But so... I don't know what BioWare's thinking. Like, I saw a post that was like, there aren't a lot of options for people who want to be homosexual or anything like that. There's very few.
Right.
There's very few options for that, and it's like, what the hell were you thinking? Dragon Age Inquisition did it perfectly.
Yeah.
Maybe not perfectly, because it did,
Solus was there.
I don't think that's anything.
How can it be perfect if that guy's there?
I guess, yeah. But they did stop Cassandra and Cullen from being bisexual. They made them... I mean, yeah. What? You don't care?
I mean, like, I think I've said this before. Maybe if not on this podcast, in some other medium.
Yeah.
I think all characters should be player sexual.
Yeah. Yep.
It's super bizarre to me that it's ever just like, you can only romance this character if you're this gender. And it's like, why though?
Dragon Age 2 did that, and I really like it.
You can romance any character?
Any character is romanceable, except for a DLC character named Sebastian, but I didn't get him, so I don't care. But he was the only other archer rogue. I should have gotten him, because they cut me off from a good rogue character that could have replaced Isabella, but nope. Couldn't get the DLC. Didn't get any of the DLC for... I think I got all of Dragon Age Origins DLC, nothing for Dragon Age 2, and Trespasser for Dragon Age Inquisition, because that's story content.
Right.
That's story content right there, my friend. And I had a thought, and it chills me to my core today when I was thinking about how there's only 6 goddamn squad mates. They're probably going to pull a Javik. Day 1 DLC. Day 1 DLC with a character.
Javik was DLC?
Javik was Day 1 DLC, my friend.
That makes sense.
Which is
Mass Effect 3?
Mass Effect 3, yeah. He's one of my favorite characters in Mass Effect 3.
Yeah.
And surprise, surprise, has more ties to Liara because, she studied at Prothean. She's so important to the mission, Shepard. She's so much important to the player, right?
Doesn't Javik tell Liara off?
Yeah. I like it. Because Javik is like, what did you expect? You build up these ideals of people you never met, you never knew. We enslaved people. Is that what you wanted to hear?
Yeah.
What else? I mean, that's basically why I hate Liara so much.
Is that she's forced onto...
She's forced onto the player, regardless. And the Asari are a lot like that as well. Because the Asari are like, these infallible people. And it's like, they do have a dark side. A sexy dark side. And it's like, you need to chill out, Mass Effect. I know you have a hard-on for these blue women. And apparently everyone in the galaxy does too.
It's the tropes I hate. Part 2. Here's our alien. It's a blue person. It's a person, but they're blue,
Yeah.
and they're better than humans in almost every way. And it's just like, shut up.
Yeah.
How about that? Shut up. Uh, things that do this. Mass Effect does this. Mass Effect is really good at its other aliens, but I feel like I've literally talked about this before.
Yeah.
Guardians of the Galaxy did this.
Yeah.
Guardians of the Galaxy was like, hey, here's Groot. He's like a cool tree person. And then here's Gamora, who's green. And here's, I don't even remember the other dude's name. And he's
Just a blue dude.
he's big and just a dude. And here's Yondu, and he's blue. And here's this other guy, and he's blue. And it's just like, these are just people. These are just fucking people.
Yep.
What's the point of it being in space if they're just people?
Yeah.
No, unnoticeable ones. Fucking Dragon Ball Z is just that. Fucking, I hate Dragon Ball Z. It's just like, hey, Saiyans are just like people, except they live way longer than people do, and they're way stronger than people are.
They have tails.
And they have tails, they turn into giant monkeys, but that doesn't even matter. They can go super forms, and they shoot energy beams, and they're just better than people are. And it's like, Christ. Fucking Superman in DC is just so goddamn boring, because it's like, oh, he's just like a people, but he's stronger, and he's faster, and he's smarter
Yep.
than a people are. It's just like, hey, shut the fuck up with this garbage.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's a boring. There's so much exciting shit you can do with aliens, but you got to keep your main character relatable,
Yeah.
and it's hard to relate to something that's not a human. And Mass Effect, by all means, should have had that as its main plot point, because there's a lot of humans you meet who are like, I don't trust these aliens.
Yeah.
And it's like, the game should have that so that you can relate to them, and it makes it even harder to relate to them. How the fucking they can't relate to this blue alien person who can just have sex with them?
And
Did you know that they can have sex with anybody, William? Were you aware?
Oh boy, they don't care that they're naked though. That's one of the things. They're like,
What?
yeah, it's like, sorry, don't feel shame like humans do. They're comfortable with their bodies, and it's like, oh, so that's why they make up most of the stripper population. And I mean, I'm not
That's fine. Yeah.
shaming strippers or anything, but it's like, they didn't make that choice.
Yeah.
That's male writers making that. That's a fuck. Mass Effect
I want to be the
Andromeda.
fly on the wall in that. I want to be the fly on the wall in so many different things, but one of them is the part in BioWare's writing division where they were like, so what do we have for the aliens? Oh, we have these people who have to wear masks because they were kicked off their home planet, and they're consistently, their immune system's like fucked up from it, and they're nomads, and it's like, that's really cool and interesting. We have these people who only live to like 40 years, and they're like,
But they're super smart.
super smart, and it's like, whoa,
And
that's
they
cool
have
and
this
interesting.
whole different way of deconstructing emotions and stuff. But sometimes, just sometimes, they really let that out.
And then we got these blue women who have like tentacle hair.
Oh yeah.
And they have like super cool psychic powers, and they can have sex with anyone.
Thompson, you are promoted.
You are going to the top. You're replacing me. You can
that's
have
why
my
you're the
seat.
CEO, my friend.
It's important. That's an important part of their character. I got nothing against the matriarchal society. Like, that's fine.
Yeah.
And it's just like, man.
How does a species that grew up with no specific gender decide that they need to be what is female to them?
That's one of the most disappointing things about Mass Effect, I think, is the part where it's just like, man, gender really shouldn't be a thing for aliens.
Yep.
There really shouldn't be all this stuff, and it's like, hey, I'm not gay, okay?
What?
Like, can you romance Garrus as a male shepherd?
Nope.
Why?
You can't romance Tally as a female shepherd.
Why?
I know. You can't romance Rex at all, which...
Cowards.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand why you can't romance Grunt, because he's your son.
Right, yeah, of course.
Also, I guess Rex needed to be open to become the clan leader. I love Rex. I love the Krogan in general.
Yeah, the Krogan are great. Mass Effect alien rankings, go.
Asari's on the bottom.
Of course. Yeah.
Fuck off, dude.
Oh god.
Asari aren't
Ugh.
even on the list.
I took him off the list just for that.
God, I love them all except Asari. I can't put anyone at the bottom. I guess Vorcha.
What about the Vorcha? That's what I was just about to
Vorcha.
say.
I guess a Vorcha on the bottom. They're just made to be fucking fodder and evil people. Not evil, but just
They're just like chaotic neutral and easy to shoot at.
so shootable. Yeah. So Vorcha, Yag, only because we
you
don't
mean one Yag.
we don't know anything about them. You meet others, but they're fucking treated like animals. So in the Solarians area in Aspect 3, they're like, oh, these things that are able to feel and have complex thoughts are caged like animals.
God.
And then when one escapes and he roars at you, and it's like, there goes the next shadow broker, that other Yag we killed who was a slave.
Yeah. We learned how that worked the first time.
Fuck Liara in that arc too.
God, yeah, I remember that conversation.
So Vorcha, Yag, Drell. I mean, I don't know. I don't
Are those the keepers?
know. I wouldn't call Keepers a race. Oh, Protheans. Never mind. Drell is what fucking Thane is.
Oh yeah.
Drell, Hanar. Humans aren't on the list, right?
No.
Uh,
The Volus? The small ones?
Volus after Hanar.
After Hanar, really? They're
Yeah.
higher than Hanar are?
No, swap Hanar and Volus.
That sounds fair.
Batarians.
Batarians are surprisingly high on the list.
They never got a fair shake in the entire series, and
That's
I just
fair.
feel bad.
Yeah.
Like fuck. BioWare really just made it, in their eyes, sorry, we're just on the top, and Batarian, they just kept punching down on
Yeah.
Batarians. So who's left? Krogan, no. Solarian, Turian, Quarian, and Krogan.
That's fair. I can see
I
that.
really like Krogans. And I'm glad there's a old Krogan as one of your squad mates in Mass Effect Andromeda, and I'm really looking forward to see what he brings to the table.
Right.
Because you can't go wrong with old Krogan, because they're much more. They clearly look like they're built to last for 1,000 years, unlike Asari,
Right.
because they're shelled giant mammals. Of course, they're like turtles.
Yeah,
of
they're
course
not
they're going to
just,
be able to. They're just not sexy blue girls.
Yeah.
That don't show age.
Elves are also somewhat on that list. Share that trope of like, oh man, we're just like people, but older and smarter.
Yeah.
I was making a face there.
That's Solus' face right there, my friend. And I'm so mad. I'm so mad at Solus. Not because he betrayed us. Not because he betrayed the player character. He betrayed me. No, but the fact that it's like, oh, elves lost their immortality.
Shut up.
Shut up about that.
Yeah.
Like, I understand. Like, the rest of it is fine. I understand because they fucking lost their land. They lost everything. They lost their culture. Everything like that. They were forcibly absolved. Absolved?
Absolved is a good thing.
Yeah, not absolved. What is it called? Absorbed into human culture. And they were basically made second-class citizens, unless they stuck to the wilds where they had a culture that wasn't entirely still there. But he makes it sound like elves were just so much better than people.
Yeah.
And it's like, I want to make everyone but elves die. It's like, I can't get behind that platform, Solus.
It's like, elves have been through a lot of bullshit. You're right, dude. That's absolutely correct. So I'm gonna kill everybody else.
Dwarves live underground, Solus. Think they want to? Yes, they do, but still.
He'll do whatever it
Whatever
takes.
it takes.
What? Explain that one. That's
The whatever it takes?
That was like a comment you found on some YouTube video?
Oh, fuck.
It was like, somebody was like... I want a DLC that shows Solus is willing to do whatever it takes. Like, shows his true motivations.
What shows his true motivations that he is willing to do whatever it takes to complete his goal, whatever it is. I'm like, did you play Trespasser? You understand what Solus is as a character because of Trespasser? Did you not play Trespasser? You send this submission into an Ask Dragon Age blog or whatever, and it's like, you should have played Trespasser. You should have known what his true intentions were from that.
Also, and I don't like you described it to me, and it was just really funny that it was.
He is willing to do whatever it takes. And then Ben came up with this thing where it was the Inquisitor and like Cassandra and like some other third person just sitting on a beach, and the Inquisitor was like, Cassandra, could you close that fade portal over there? I just feel like some demons are gonna come through. And Cassandra comes in and Solus comes out of the portal and stabs her, and the Inquisitor's like, that's Solus. He's willing to do whatever it takes to complete his goals, whatever those may be.
I totally forgot about that part. I forgot about that fade.
The beach.
Yeah. Cassandra, can you close that fade for me? That's Solus.
He's not even mad, or he's like kind of stern at the end. He's willing to do whatever it takes.
And you gotta slap your fist into your palm.
You gotta bring your fist into the palm
when you say whatever.
And Solus is just like, yeah, I'm sorry, dude. Like, you're fucked up. I know I put that anchor in you. But I'm gone.
I'm leaving. That's not my problem.
Inquisitor could have absolutely fought Solus.
It's weird to me that
you know what happens to the Inquisitor? He becomes the fucking... They become the best. I meant to say they. I can't... You can't just say he. So they become, like, the best at the end of Trespasser and at the best at the cost of them dying. Because their anchor is just... The mark on their hand is just fucking growing.
Right.
It's just ripping them apart.
Do they ever explain them to just chop off their arm?
They do that.
Why?
They do.
Oh, they do that?
Cut off the arm.
What happens?
What do you mean?
Do they die?
No.
Well,
After
you just said they die. You just said they die.
That was killing them. I didn't say it killed them. At the end of the DLC, you're fighting this giant boss, and you can just open up fade rifts for a second and just annihilate anything in that area. Jesus. And it closes again. It just builds. Like, it just builds throughout. And then when you see Solus, he's like, I can't remove it. I don't understand it. I'm a fucking idiot. You think I know what my plan is? And also the elves are like, yeah, I want to kill everyone too. Let's go. Let's go to Solus. And it's like, I guess, but you're not going to get what you want.
Yeah.
And it's at the end of Dragon Age Inquisition, you can fucking make these ridiculous moves, and it's like keep the Inquisition around, but make it open for corruption by making it under the Chantry, and it's like, okay, it would be very easy for corruption outside the Chantry too when the Inquisitor died, and anyone died, or it's like absolve it. Meaning there won't be an immediate plan to make sure Solus doesn't get his way when he resurfaces. So you're not even searching for Solus. And it's... Also, it's like the fucking Inquisitor just comes into the room with the big council with their only arm over a big book that someone else definitely could have carried. And, like, their other arm is gone, like, up by the elbow, and, like, they're...
Real Naruto.
Right. And it's like, I have this book here. I can't get it properly onto the table, guys.
Someone should have done this instead of me.
I'm getting used to my no arm, okay? You don't have healing magics for no arms?
I just did this.
Like, I did it myself. When Solus entered the portal right in front of me, I'm like, shit, dude. Oh, God.
It would be really funny. That's like, when Solus resurfaces, we're going to need a plan. And it's just,
we're going to need the Inquisitor.
I
can't.
Instead of that,
I can't do that.
I'm going to rewind 30 seconds. And Solus is like, I'm getting out of here. And you just fucking rip open a fade right on him. And you're just like,
oh, God.
Yeah,
like,
I can
Solus
do
was
this.
Solus was near the Inquisitor, right next to him.
Yeah.
And they could have absolutely just been like, Yeah, Solus. I'm sorry I had to come to this. Ooh, got you with a stab,
My
Solus.
sword. I still have a sword.
They were
Watch
on
me
their
close
they
to
were
it.
on their hands and knees, and they're like, ooh,
Yeah.
except the dust sword. And I pulled it out of the dust, Solus. I killed Dragon, Solus. You can't get.
He just tackles him, chokes him to death.
Oh God, with the anchor going
with
up. Oh,
You did this. You did this to me.
fuck you, Solus. Ow! Ow, my hand hurts. Anyway, I hate Liara.
That's the real moral story.
And I don't think I'm gonna like PB, and I don't think I'm gonna like the one girl. But hey, things can change. At first, I was like, I don't know about Sarah. But at the end, I was like, God damn it, I really like Sarah as a character. Sarah is the elf girl in Dragon Age Inquisition who uses the bow.
trying to figure out who the fuck Sarah was in Mass Effect, and I was like,
No.
oh no.
I think she's a very good character, and I was a different person when I got Trespasser than when I originally played Dragon Inquisition. I could see where, I don't know, I wasn't like that different, but I had time to really enjoy their characters in Trespasser DLC. I hope I explained more about why I don't like Liara and I wasn't just retracing my steps.
It's 30 minutes of Liara sucks, man. She's just
Samara is my favorite Asari. Samara the Justicar.
I know, I'm familiar.
I think
You don't like her daughter?
I like two of her daughters. The daughters then aren't like, I am this fucking sex beast. I can have whoever I want and kill them as I have sex with them.
Sex them to death.
They take away our melding. It's not just sex, it's a melding of thoughts. That means our sex is just better than everyone else's
And
sex.
then you die.
Isn't that no? I got back into a tangent when I was being annoyed with just General Asari, because Liara is like, our sex is a melding of minds, meaning our sex is better than any other sex ever.
Yeah.
That means when you have Asari, you can't have anything better. What are you talking about,
Once
Shepard?
you go blue, you don't go back.
This is Liara shouting at Shepard with when
He's like, he went into the room with Tally just to talk about like their homeland or whatever, and she's like, "Hey, you don't go back."
I never went to you.
They did. You liar.
No.
Your secret shame.
Okay. I did romance Liara, but then I just stopped romancing anyone in Mass Effect 1 because I don't care for any of them.
Can't have Tally. What's the point?
I mean, I don't want Tally at that point in time because she's like 18.
I was legit about to say Liara again. I don't know why.
Of course. They're the same character in the beginning, Liara and Tally. Tally makes a lot more sense. Because she's a young girl fresh off the fucking fleet.
She had her whole life ahead of her.
She had her whole life ahead of her. Liara's 102 years old at that point.
There's a weird thing to be said about like, oh, I'm only 100. That's a long fucking time. I don't care how long you live. That's a long.
I don't care
time.
how long it takes to develop the first 100 years. You're gonna pick up some things in the first 100 years of life.
Yeah, it's literally nonsensical, and it's like I'm only 100 years old. I'm
she
like
has-
a baby.
She has the line, and it's like, I almost envy you humans with your short lifespans.
Shut up.
When you live 1,000 years, you see so much death.
Shut
I'm like,
up.
you hear the Krogan complaining? They lost their homeworld to themselves, and also the Solarians.
They got.
But then Liara's like, oh my god, Shepard. Oh, Shepard, the Reapers are attacking my planet, Shepard, and we couldn't do anything. Meanwhile, Garrus is sitting there with his head in his hands in the gun battery, and it's like, I don't know if my family's alive. I don't know if I think I got a call from my dad last week, but I don't know what the chances of them are still alive. Palavin's been gone for years, for weeks now, and Joker's like, I don't know if my family's... He's going through the same thing.
Every single person on the ship is like, my family might not be alive. I think
I think
they might be dead. She's
oh no, my dad's on the Citadel. He's fine.
But-
No, she's fine.
She's got a real big important job.
She's being a bartender. being a spy to my homeworld's burning. It's just now burning.
It's like everybody else in...
And then
That's
Shepard
actually a really interesting thing. In Mass Effect 3, everybody else's thing is like, I don't know if my family might be alive. And then meanwhile, Liara has, I get to know my dad. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. And she's the only one you have to comfort.
Is that true?
Yeah. She goes to her room and it's like, Shepard, Liara's crying in her room. Even can you comfort her? I know you're an important person and all, Shepard, but can you go to that room and comfort her?
Absolutely the fuck not. I have to win a war.
I have to, I guess. If she's coming into the combat field with me, I can't have her doing this. Everyone else is shouldering their hurt. The second Liara feels sad.
Shepard, you better get on that.
I can't. I want to see what else, and it's like, oh, she's watched her homeworld, fucking go up in smoke.
You know who else did that? Shepard at the beginning of the game.
Shepard at the beginning of the game, even though they might not have lived there, doesn't matter. It's still Earth.
Yeah.
Garrus was fighting on his ruined homeworld. Fucking who else? Javik. Javik woke up.
Everyone I know is dead.
Everyone I know is dead. I watched it happen. I learned of it when I was about to go to sleep, and I was like, I hope a handful will still be alive. And it's like, I'm the last one. You didn't see me break down. I choked it out. I choked it out.
There's nothing, this...
And I guess people respond to grief differently.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with, like, needing to be comforted through this grief, but there's something weird about the way BioWare was like, yeah,
Liara makes
Liara.
It's all about Liara, Shepard.
There's no... If there were, like, a mission to comfort every single one of them,
Yeah.
or, like, just anybody else but Liara...
Yeah. With Mass Effect 3, it's more of a quiet suffering, and you see it while you go over in the Citadel, and it's like, at first, I like that about the Citadel. At first, it's like, there's not much. There's not much stuff going on. It's like, the Citadel's looking pretty good. Like, where the refugees are, there's not a lot of refugees there.
Right.
But as the story progresses, it just keeps building and building, and you see more people, like, coming to Shepard, and it's like, hey, I think my son is dead. Like, his squad mates won't look me in the eye. They were on this planet when it happened. I don't know, can you find something there? He might still be alive, and you find his son's dog tags.
Oh.
And you go to him, and he's like, I need a moment. And he leaves, and he's like, thank you so much for this. And that sucks.
Yeah.
And it's these quiet conversations, and Liara's like, wah!
Shepard, come here.
Come here for a second.
Get over here, you son of a gun.
And then, like, the attack on the Citadel happens, and then everything's just a lot more roughed up. Like, there's no movement to, like, clean things up. Like, there's just survival. Oof. And Liara takes the second biggest room in the ship. Because she has important Shadow Broker things to do. No one else has a room. Garrus sleeps on the gun battery.
God.
James Vega sleeps in the cargo hold. There are some barracks. I don't know where their beds are.
Nobody. We had beds, but we had to move them around for Liara's Shadow Broker stuff.
Yeah, she's the only other person in the...
She said that was your order, Shepard.
What? Why do you... If I go in there, she's going to start crying. She's going to start crying.
She's like just looking at... Oh, God, I feel bad about this. But it's like... she's like going through papers, and you come and she's like, Shepard!
I got a paper cut!
Shepard, I'm so sad.
You're using digital media. How'd you get a paper cut?
Shepard, will you kiss it better?
What? Oh, my top came off, Shepard. Have mind sex with me, but it's actually just normal sex.
It's
look at my biotics pulse on my body while I have sex with you. Liara, I'm not doing that. Like, they haven't even entered the door. It's like, they just hear it. They hear it in their mind.
Liara's in there practicing.
Oh, God. And Shepard just backs away from the door. It's like, I'm gonna see what James is doing. Is he working out?
I don't care. Some pull-ups? I'll do pull-ups. I don't care.
I'll do some pull-ups with you, James. I'll literally do the mini game where I had to do so many goddamn push-ups that it broke the triggers on my fucking PlayStation 3 controller.
James is just like reading a book and you're like, it's pull-up time.
Pull-up time, Vega. And Liara's like looking over the the window. It's like, why are they hanging out with him?
You do a pull-up and Liara's at the top of the pull-up thing.
Go back down, and you switch. You switch with the pull-up, and you start pulling up the other way.
God.
Oh no. Remember, William loves women.
That's the
I feel bad.
That's the title of the episode.
No.
WLW.
No. The Liara episode. We can't broadcast it at that.
I don't even know what to call it. I am gonna tag it every single way to refer to Liara possible.
Liara?
Liara, then Liara.
Dr. Tassoni.
Dr. Tassoni. Sorry.
Who lived? I'm the only Asari of my kind left, Shepard. Everyone else died.
Is that true?
No, it's not.
That's what she tells you. I could be the only one left. What about the ones on the Citadel?
What about your dad, Liara? We had to kill my mom.
That's definitely true.
It's true. Oh no, my mom.
I feel like that is actually a really bad thing to have happen.
Look out, Shepard, my mom is dead.
Look out, Shepard.
Oh no, Shepard, here come the tears. Liara, no.
This is Mass Effect 2, and this is the end of the Shadow Broker mission. She's like,
no, Shepard.
look out, Shepard, my mom is dead.
Oh, I know that, I killed her.
Oh
no, Shepard.
Shepard, can you believe that happened?
Liara, are you good?
Liara, why did you...
It's like, after the end of the Shadowbroker mission, she hugs Shepard. It's like, personal boundaries. Come on, Liara. I know,
Let's be professional.
You have to comfort her, after this whole thing, after she...
just, like, 2 pats on the back.
It's like, all those years, I finally got revenge for something.
They called him a pet. Liara, that was the dude, you called him a pet.
You called him a pet. He probably has post-traumatic stress disorder because of it. Come on, Liara. Uh-oh, Shepard.
Shepard, don't be mean to me.
Don't be mean to me, Shepard. Shepard, my mom is dead.
Christ.
I'm a quarter Krogan. That's weird.
Shut the fuck up.
Whoa, Shepard. My dad just told me that she was a half Krogan. That makes me quarter Krogan.
Isn't that cool, Shepard? You like the Krogan. You like me.
Oh, no.
I think actually...
You know what, actually?
I have to change my list.
I infected them with the genophage again.
Or
just to fuck you over. You want to fuck me, Shepard? God.
Oh, boy.
Uh-oh, Shepard.
I have to title this something. It has to be like the Liara episode. I have to find some pun on Liara. I don't know, I'll come with something. But I mean, like, I can't lie and say that this isn't just a Liara episode.
Yeah.
Something about BioWare, probably.
Oh, yeah?
Because we talked briefly about Solus, too.
Yeah.
I should talk about...
I also talked about how BioWare is full of cowards.
Right, as a brief one on mine, I don't like... Fire Emblem Awakening. The main character, like the player character, is the one I don't like at all.
You don't like Robin?
I don't actually like Robin. I don't particularly like Chrom either.
What about Lucina?
Oh, God, who cares about
You don't like Fire Emblem?
I really liked Sacred Stones.
Did you? Did you beat Sacred Stones?
I fucked up real bad on Sacred Stones. I was a child going into it, and there's a part where it's just like fucking snipers.
Oh, God.
It's just like get to the end while you're being sniped, and I'm like, I don't have a unit who can do this. I had to like unequip every unit except my horseman dude and just have him run to the end. But it's like, God, it's so stupid. Like there's a part where Lucina tries to kill you,
right.
And like you can either sit down and take it or like do another thing, and
What?
it's just like,
Wait, is this like when you know Lucina isn't a Marth?
Yeah, she's like, I'm from the future, and you're gonna be the catalyst for all this destruction.
So she tries to kill you, and you're like, you know what? I will be the catalyst for it. So yeah, I'll just take it, Lucina. Just kill me.
You can. That's honestly one of
She
your
can
options.
kill you?
No, she doesn't actually kill you, because I think Fromm comes in or whatever fucking bullshit.
Right.
I like at the everything revolves around Robin. Every single little
Is
thing.
the main character.
And it's just like,
You know, Fire Emblem Heroes doesn't do that.
I mean, it's hard when you have so many main characters.
No, there's only like 3.
What?
There's 5, technically.
Who are they?
It's the Prince of the Good Kingdom, the Princess of the Good Kingdom, the Captain of the Guard of the Good Kingdom, the Princess of the Evil Kingdom, and this random guy. Whose intentions are unknown, but he serves both sides.
Of course. That doesn't sound like a guy I would trust.
You don't. You can't trust him.
What?
He's just a weird thing. I know he's a good character, but then there's also the player character, who is from the real world. But they don't address you a lot. They address you somewhat.
Right.
It's more about just the events that are happening in the world and the war between them, and you're there to help. You're an important part of it because you're the only summoner in the world, but they don't make a big thing about it. Like they make it a big thing in the beginning, but you're just part of the team later on.
Yeah.
Because you're their tactician.
Of
And
course.
they bring it. I guess they bring it back to Sacred Stones because the tactician in Sacred Stones doesn't fight.
The tactician in any of the games doesn't fight. Like
Before
that's one of the
Robin.
things. Yeah, that's one of the things I learned about. I don't remember if that happened in Sacred Stones. I really didn't think it did.
Robin is the main character. It's the player character made
Right.
into a character.
In the first Fire Emblem
and
game
they
I
do it
played?
with Corrin too.
Or the earliest Fire
They're
Emblem
probably
game
going to do
I
it
played?
with Fates as well, right?
I mean, I would assume. Because it was like you meet them, and it's like, oh, hey, you're a tactician? A random job to have around here, but do you want to help us out? And it's like, this is weird, but sure.
Yeah.
One of my things, even if I was like interested in the character of Robin or anything, and it's not like I don't like him, like
Or
there's-
her.
or her, right? There's like a lot of interesting stuff and fun conversations to be had there, but what I don't like about it is that it's like just having them there is like playing the game on easy mode.
What?
Robin is a master class
Oh,
or a tactician
they
class.
can do whatever they want.
Swords and spells, and it's just like
They're a blank slate, or they can do both at the same
They
time.
can do both at the same time.
But isn't it like a red mage? Ace of all, master of none?
I don't think so. My current Robin is unstoppable.
Oh.
Put either weapon in his hands, because you can just ascend into the Grand Master class, and it's just
That
the
seems...
best at both of them.
Huh.
And it's literally just like, hey, Crom, I'm literally going to take you off my fucking team because you're just not as good as
seems
player
bad.
character is. Hey, everyone, I'm going to take you off my fucking team because you're not good as player character is.
Oh.
And it's like, there are obviously characters who are better at both of them, but they literally have to be, like, ascended into both of them.
Right.
And even then, it's just
Better
like,
at both of them, or
one
one?
of them.
Right.
Right. And I honestly haven't found a mage who's better at me than my player characters yet. But swordsmen, like, there are some assassin classes. The swordmaster classes are way better at swords than I am.
Right.
But it's just, it doesn't fucking matter. Like, it's just so good.
I'm trying to think of games. That should be the next one. The next topic. Games that just give you the best thing right off the bat, even if you're not playing the easiest mode. But I feel like, oh God, what time is it? Because it's almost 50 minutes.
Holy shit, yeah.
But I feel like the topic we're talking about right now could be broadened.
Yeah, we can talk about more stuff.
What's another thing though? A person everyone likes in a video game that you just don't care about.
It's like that the game tells you you're supposed to like, and you
Yeah.
just don't actually
I
like them.
hate that. I hate that. And I mean, I guess games with a story-driven game, I guess there has to be some element of that.
Right.
But in a game like Mass Effect, it shouldn't be like that.
Borderlands, I don't like Moxie at all.
You know, like Moxie?
I don't like Moxie at all.
What about Tiny Tina?
I don't like Tiny Tina, but I don't think I ever liked Moxie. Like, I don't think I was ever a fan of Moxie's character.
Yeah, I don't think it was ever like, oh, I don't think there was ever a moment where I was like, oh, I like this person. Or,
Yeah.
oh, I don't like this person. I'm just kind of blank on Moxie.
My thing about Moxie though is that it's like she keeps showing up, and then she was like an integral part in the plot of pre-sequel, and it was just like,
Yep.
got it, thanks. Tiny Tina is a different one. Borderlands is such a like a tough one because like the first time I played through Borderlands, I was like, Tiny Tina's pretty cool. Like she's a little eccentric, and she's not exactly funny all the time, but she's pretty cool. Seventh time is like, stop.
There are characters that can definitely weigh down on you. Tiny Tina is one of them. Jack is one of them.
Jack is a
Jack,
weird one.
Jack is always with the player. I don't. It's hard. I think with Borderlands they really had to write him carefully.
Jack in the pre-sequel is a good one because it was like the game was like, this guy's a hero. Like you're supposed to like Jack.
Which is weird because I think they pushed too hard.
Yeah,
They pushed too hard with the pre-sequel story wise because it doesn't work.
Yeah, and it was like, but after the seventh playthrough of Borderlands 2, we were just like, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Nothing you could say or do here would make you good at all.
It was still funny,
Yeah, I mean, like, he was still,
which that's all you
but
can
I
hope
just
for.
didn't
Right.
think he was good.
Yeah, he was just a bad person.
I feel like there's a billion other games where I've, like, felt this before, where it's like, the game is like, this guy's cool. And I'm
Definitely.
like, shut up.
White Knight Chronicles,
Main character.
Leonard.
Uh,
It's the opposite of what you do with Fire
Fire
Emblem.
Emblem, yeah.
Because you're like, I don't want the main character to be this good, and I'm like, I want my player created character to do anything.
do anything.
I don't want to be behind a column when a main cutscene is happening. I'm off to the side. They don't even look me in the eyes and address me as a person. Leonard is the hero. Leonard has the gauntlet.
As a, I can't believe that. As a sort of lightning rod, ephemer in
Kingdom Hearts.
Shut up, dude. This dude has done nothing but lie to me, and it's
Make
like
me fight a fucking master.
he's my
foreteller.
friend. I would do
Twice.
anything for him to get the same one.
Why do you think the player character is so hesitant of joining the Dandelions? I don't want to see that guy again.
Ava's beating the shit out of me.
Ava, put your Keyblade away.
It was so funny that it was just like, oh, I gotta fight fucking
Master Gula.
Master Gula this time, and it was like it was Ava in the same sewer again.
What? I never even entered the tower.
That was supposed to be like a twist for me, but it was just like, Ava, quit it. Fucking stop.
Stop it, Ava. Wanted to fight the foreteller.
Yeah. But Ephemer literally was just like, hey, dude, player character gives an entire fucking speech about how much they like Ephemer, and it's like, why?
Yeah.
We met him for like 30 seconds, and then he lied to us, and then left.
There's stuff going around in Kingdom Hearts, in the Kingdom Hearts fandom, where it's like, Kairi should not be okay with what's going on with Lee.
Oh, yeah, because...
Like, Kairi shouldn't be so nonchalant, because, like, when she's like, who's Lee? And Riku's like, oh, it's Axel, he's good now. Kairi's first reaction should not be, oh, okay. Kairi's reaction should be, you know he kidnapped me, right?
Yeah, he's
For a
like
very selfish reason, right? Put me in needless harm for something that didn't even happen. There's never... And they're like, it's not nothing's gonna happen. Lee's gonna be like, hey, sorry, Kairi, and Kairi's gonna be like...
Lee is a perfect example of this.
Yeah.
Like, Axel was like a big fucking deal, and then Lee showed up in Dream Drop Distance. And
Birth
it was
by
just
Sleep.
Like, Birth by Sleep.
Or Dream Drop Distance, which one?
Both. I'm referring to when he had a Keyblade.
Oh,
And
Dream Drop Distance, yeah.
Dream Drop Distance, and he saves you.
He definitely shouldn't have been there.
And he's just like, hey guys, guess it's me now, and I'm cool. And I was like, go away.
That's enough.
So Sora was like dead, and I wanted him to get up and be like, leave. You have to go.
And he has like yellow eyes and his hair is white. And it's like, you need to go. I got this covered.
This is fine. This is more preferable than you being
You know what,
here.
Xehanort? Fuck off. And he just leaves. Like, Xehanort's like, I have your heart. And it's like,
Like, I need that to
look
be
into my
right.
heart again, asshole. You're my friend now.
Yeah, we're friends for this.
Xehanort's like, damn it. Got me.
Yeah. But it's just like, I don't give a... They were like, Lee is here. Lee is a Keyblade wielder. And I'm like,
I just got it. I guess I think it's just something in the flick of the wrist, and he just has the Keyblade.
And it's like, what is this? What is this?
Have Kairi save Sora.
Yeah.
Kairi should have saved Sora with
Yeah,
the Keyblade.
literally.
Yeah, like,
You know how much cooler that would have been?
yeah, like Kairi like did some fat training, cause Absolutely, she would have.
Yeah.
How?
And then she dives into Sora's heart or wherever they are at that point.
with Riku.
Yeah, literally.
Fucking, they're not giving Kairi enough credit for anything.
Literally.
Nomura wrote her as a fucking spunky redhead, and she doesn't do jack shit.
She doesn't do anything. Like, they gave her a Keyblade in 2 for like 30 seconds.
And
I was
she
like,
fights, and she's like, I won't get left behind. And then they write her as getting left behind.
they're like,
And it's like, are you fucking kidding me?
like, I feel like they wrote the entire plot of
Let me do
Dream
the
of Distance.
Xemnas fight with Kairi. I know it'd be hard, but that's the whole point.
And it's just like the whole thing got written down, and it was like, what about Kairi in this part? It's like,
What?
Kairi shows up at the very end.
Now we're talking about the opposite of what Liara is. A female character that is not forced upon the
That
player
doesn't
at all.
And then we gotta call it on that.
What?
There's a lot to talk about here, but we are pushing 50 minutes.
Oh, damn it.
I know.
I want Kairi to have a more pivotal, badass role in Kingdom Hearts 3 because she deserves it.
She deserves it. So she was literally like the driving force in Kingdom Hearts 1, and then you got to her and it was just like,
And then it's so weird how Sora is a character in Kingdom Hearts 2 because it's like, where's Riku?
yeah.
I know Kairi's safe. Where's Riku? But then when Kairi isn't safe, he's like, "Where's Kairi?" And he's like, "I really want to hang out with Kairi." And like all these emotions, like it's clear that he cares for her because it's like, "Oh, Jack and Sally dancing. I want to dance with Kairi." And it's like, "Oh, I'm willing to get on my hands and knees to beg to Sayax to see Kairi." But then when he sees Kairi, he's like, "Oh, Riku, I looked for you, man.
On to the
Where
next.
were you, Riku?"
Riku's
And
here.
then Sora's like, "Oh, I guess I'll hug Kairi a bit." Riku, dude.
Riku.
Come
like,
on,
he cries when he sees Riku.
He cries when he sees Riku,
Man.
and it's like, were you really that bent out of shape, Kairi, dude? Come on, man, you were.
Like, I need something. I need something in
The final battle in Kingdom Hearts 3 needs to be
exactly like it was in Kingdom Hearts 2 with Sora and Riku, but Kairi's also there.
Kairi is also there, and they're all being good
Lee's
friends.
dead.
Oh,
Yeah, that's another thing.
like
I
a
added
sacrifice? Like he makes a heroic sacrifice?
No, like he dies.
Oh no!
Yeah, it's written off.
Oh no! It's a flick of the wrist, and then Kairi just stabs him in the chest.
He's like, "You're an asshole. You're an asshole for this."
Roxas is like, "Oh no, Lee!"
And Lee's like, "Yeah, it's sad."
And then Roxas and like Shion walk away eating ice cream.
right, yeah.
I feel bad. I don't think Lee deserves that bad of a thing. Roxas and Shion should be at least a bit bent out of shape, except not Shion because Axel pretended to be friends with her.
I can't. When you told me that, I was so mad.
Yeah.
I already didn't like Lee. I didn't care about his character at all, and you were like, "Yeah, he was just pretending to be friends with Shion."
That's what he said.
And I was like,
That's one of the big things. And Roxas is like, "Don't you care that Shion's gone?" And Axel's like, "I really only had one best friend. I was just pretending with her." And I'm like, "Excuse you.
"What a fucked thing to say there."
Excuse you, Axel." And I might be remembering it wrong, but I know for a goddamn fact that something like that happened. Why does Nomura do that?
Why does
He I feel like he values his female characters a lot less than his male characters. You think that?
Yeah, there's probably something to be said here for the female characters are good goals, but not good characters.
Yeah.
That's not my words. That's like
Whoa.
possibly a sexist thing.
It's strange. Kairi is almost. She's like tough. Like she's tough,
yeah.
rough going. But they don't let her be it. They don't let her be like that. I'd say a lot of the female characters in Kingdom Hearts that aren't Disney, the Disney character females are handled well because they are already characters.
Right.
And they have to be integral to the plot of their own worlds.
I mean, that being said, it's literally a matter of, let's look at Kingdom Hearts 1. Let's look at the things that happen in Kingdom Hearts 1.
Okay.
There are 7 Princesses of Heart. Light. Is it?
It's light,
Okay, sure.
I think.
In order to be these characters, They are removed from their worlds.
Yeah.
So
Kidnapped, if you will.
they are all kidnapped. And it's just like you meet Alice and you have a time with Alice.
Yeah.
Do you meet any of the other ones?
Wendy.
You meet Wendy?
You see a bit of Wendy.
You see Wendy.
And Wendy is bunked with Kyrie in the pirate ship.
Wendy is a princess?
I don't know. I know that she's there.
But regardless, you don't see barely any of them.
I don't think Wendy's a princess of heart.
They just get fucking out of the game.
Jasmine's there for a bit.
Belle
is not there. Cinderella is not there. You only meet them later on. But they are also... They're handled well when the worlds are there.
I mean, but in the first game, they aren't there. That's the point I'm trying to make here.
Yeah.
It's like, we've got all these female characters to use, and you team up with Tarzan, and you team up with Aladdin. And
Jane's there.
But it's like, you don't see nearly as much of them as you do the male
characters.
And it's just
Maleficent is a female antagonist.
There's a lot.
She's the main one.
Yeah. She's got the highest role. You see a lot of Ariel.
Ariel's the main.
Ton of Ariel.
Ariel's the party character, and you see a lot of if you know what I mean. Oh God.
I'm getting myself off of my own point here. Like I feel like I'm making a successful argument against myself.
Oh no.
But
women should be out of video games.
No.
Quote ban 2017.
No, I feel like there's some anti-SJW me coming up and be like, you see a lot of Ariel actually. Maleficent is actually like a main
part
I
was saying
game.
that
You're the anti-SJW.
Oh no. I don't.
But it's you know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah. And then Kyrie's there for a bit.
And Kyrie's consistently like there, like the idea of her is there.
And then when she's there, she's pretty action packed. Fucking running away from Heartless. Fucking braving through him, hugging Sora. I mean, that's a fun scene. That's a good scene.
It's a good scene, but it's like the scene I feel like we deserved after the entire game. When it was them connecting again, but then you lose her again.
Yeah, even though it's a small platform.
Yeah,
small platform.
Hip.
Anyone
you can glide, Sora.
Anyone can learn magic. I wanted to see a scene where Donald's like, "Let me help you learn how to defend yourself. Let me teach you some magics."
Yeah.
Or Goofy is like, "I'm gonna give you some 1-2s with a shield." She just hangs around at a pond in Traverse Town until she gets fucking lost again.
God.
Not lost again. She's at Traverse Town until the world break. And she's back at Destiny Islands. Aqua's the best female character.
Aqua's there.
But Aqua also has to clean up the messes for her boys.
Right. Aqua's like the reverse of the original one.
Yeah.
Aqua's like great, but it's...
You know what? She balances out everything. Feminism restored.
We got there, folks. Never mind.
Oh, no.
What's his name? Nomura?
Nomura.
Never mind, Nomura. You're all good.
I really like, though, how he made Aqua as a character.
Yeah.
And it'll just be great. It'll be great to see them all together in Kingdom Hearts 3.
Can't wait until Kingdom Hearts 3 happens. And then Terra, Ven, and Aqua are all there, and Sora, Riku, and Kairi are all there, and Roxas and Xion are there, and no one else is there.
You know what he said? He said that Kingdom Hearts 3 info would be released right after 2.8.
Oh, how'd that go?
I don't know.
Where's that?
I don't know. It's still happening. One picture. A frame. Screenshot. Winter's not yet over. Technically, you know what the announcement was? More info, winter of 2017.
That was the picture he was
upcoming winter. So
I mean,
this winter.
He's running out of time.
And
we're running out of time.
We are running out of time.
Did we break the hour?
We did.
Holy shit.
An hour and 3 minutes. 4 minutes.
Well, that's our hour-long podcast.
It's the Liara episode. I promised it'd be a big one.
God, yeah.
We got into Kingdom Hearts. Came all the way back to Kingdom Hearts, dude.
Yeah. All right, well, that's Cookies and Milk. How'd you feel about the Thin Mints?
Thin Mints are always good.
Yeah.
It's hard to not like a good Thin Mint.
I mean, honestly, Thin Mints are like the best cookie, probably.
Yeah. It's hard to. You have to crack them to get them.
Yeah, you have to crack them. But they're honestly really good when you like get milk inside of them.
Yeah, they're good at absorbing it.
Christ, an hour.
Yeah, man. All right, I think that should be it.
That's it.
Let us know how you feel about the characters we talked about in this. If you disagree or agree, let us know. That was Cookies and Milk. I've been your host, William.
I've been your host, Ben.
And Cookies and Milk isn't actually about cookies and milk.